Welcome back to our session number 2, video number 3, where we are trying to discuss on CSS. Yesterday, we had a discussion on this one. Where we discussed about the styling part like property and value. Okay. So now I would like to have a inline styling. Okay. So when it comes to CSS, as I was discussing to you people, so inline styling, I would like to discuss inline styling first. So when it comes to inline styling, here comes your tag name. Here comes your style attribute is equal to double quotes. Your content. And once again, your tag is closed. This is your inline styling. Okay, let us learn this one first with some examples where we'll be having property. This is the technical term to be used with a value, semicolon, property, colon, value. In HTML, this is the tag name, this is the attribute. Anything which is in double quotes is a value. But in CSS, we will be having two parts in it. One is property, the other one is value. Property and other one is value, separated by a semicolon. Okay, let us see this in action with the help of a paragraph tag. Very simple, paragraph tag open, paragraph tag close, and I'll try to write hello world. And now I want to save this as, let me create a CSS folder. Inline-styling.html. So this is my very simple file here. Let me open this. So you don't find anything, any differences, right? So now I would like to have, I'll go with only one property today. The property would be color red. So the style attribute, color property, colon, red will be the value. Semicolon, save. Best practice, you have to give semicolon. For the first one, you don't need it. If you need have second and third one, then you need to have a semicolon separator. Okay, this is good. Now let me go with hello world 1. Let me write a paragraph tag. Hello world 2 with paragraph tag closed. I'll try to have paragraph 3, paragraph 4. Let me see whether it works or not. Inline styling will only be applied to the tag. Inline styling will be applied only to the tag which you have a style attribute. If you want it for all the 4, you need to type the attribute style. Observe this typing, then the color, colon, red. I have to type it for the third one. Style attribute, color property, colon, red. I want to have the style, attribute, color, colon, red, semicolon. So now let us see if it works. Yes. So now this is your inline styling. Inline means you are trying to have those colors in that specific line. You can also type it in multiple lines. That is absolutely fine. Or you can type like this also. This is your inline styling. But I cannot be doing this for all the paragraphs, right? So then we need internal styling. So internal styling, which will be applied for entire file. Internal styling, which will be applied for entire, where you'll have this style tag. The previous one was style attribute. Now it is style tag. Then you'll have selector. flower bracket open close, and then you'll have the property colon value, semicolon, preferably in the next line, property colon value, like this. Now let us apply this for our inline styling. So I'll go with a new file. First, I will write all the paragraphs. Paragraph, hello world, one, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'll call this one as internal styling dot html. Everything will be saved in html. So I have 4 paragraphs. 3 control O. Do you have any difference? No. So for now, I'll just remove this. I'll go with 1 paragraph first. And now you can write it in the top or you can write it in the bottom. That's fine. Okay. I'll go with style tag, open, style tag, close, and then comes selector. Then comes selector. There are 3 types of selector. There are types of selector. The first one is tag name. The second one is class class name, and the third one will be your ID name. Okay, we'll discuss about this. For now, I'll go with the simplest one, tag name. Types of selector, there are 3 types, tag name, class name, and ID name. We'll try to know that. So first, let me go into this one. So selector is a tag name, P, and then with a property, right, semicolon. Very simple. Okay, let us see the output of this one. Yes, it is applied. The beauty is when you have 4 paragraphs, all the 4 paragraphs will have the same color. You can see this. I have applied it once. I now change it to green. You see that it is changed. So this is your internal styling. Preferably style tag. Preferably style tag should be present in head tag. It's not mandatory, but follow the standards of HTML. Head tag open, head tag close, and then anything which is visible for you people, anything which is visible, it should be present in the body tag. Understand the typing here. And all these things, head tag, style tag, head tag closed, body tag open, body tag closed. This is expected to be present in the basic structure, which is HTML. HTML open, HTML closed. In between that, you will be having your head end. So HTML open close, head tag open close, body tag open close. You have head tag, you have body tag. Body tag, whatever you want to display on the screen. Head tag is the one which will be having all your styles and scripting part. So this is your inline style, sorry, internal styling, which is applicable for the entire file. Inline styling is applicable for each tag when you type it like this: style, attribute, property, and the value. Property and the value, where you have to write it 4 times, but here it is applicable for all. Then comes here, so I'll be taking the example of the external styling tomorrow, where we'll be dedicating and understanding that one. So, and I would like to explain the tags, the selector types. Selector types. So when it comes to your selector types, you can have the selector tag name. When it comes to class, it will be dot class name. And when it comes to ID, it will be hash ID name. Okay. To understand this better, I'll be creating one example. Let me go with an example there, and I'll call this one as head tag, style tag open, style tag close, head tag close, body tag open, body tag close, and as usual, my HTML tag closed, which should be present in HTML tag, preferably. Okay. So I'll call this one as selector hyphen example dot HTML. Now, first let us have paragraphs. Paragraph. Hello world. One paragraph tag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I will explain all the three. Okay, we have 5 paragraphs here. Now, I would like to explain you people with the types here. Tag, class name, and ID name. How do you write it? You'll write the tag name. This is your example of this commenting. This is known as commenting. This is your tag selector. Right? This is your tag selector. We'll use dot operator with the name. For example, I'll call this one as Mysore. Start bracket open and close. If you write hash with name Goa. This will be an example for ID. So first you should remember how to write tag selector, class selector, and Goa. So I would like to explain two types of selectors for the class. This is universal class. This is commenting. Universal class. Commenting means it will be just universal class. And this will be your tag name p dot India. This is your tag class. Tag class select. Universal class selector. There are many, so let's stick on to these 4 first. So tag. So let us apply those things one by one. This is your ID selector. ID selector. Hash represents the ID. So let us have the color. Color colon red. So let me save this and let me display this. What will happen now? Everyone is in red color. Everyone is in red color. So this is your tag. It is applied to all the 5. Now when it comes to Goa, so I would like to have the color green. And here I would like to have the color gray. Okay, and here I would like to have the color blue. So tag selector, ID selector, universal class selector. I'll give you the differences tomorrow. And this is your paragraph. So now how do we get, will it be applied? No, it is still the same. If you have these selectors, P, Goa, Mysore, how should be applied? If you want to apply this, so for the second one, I want it to be ID. You have to use the ID attribute with the name of the ID. Let's see whether it applies. Yes, you can see the color changed. This is your ID. I want to apply the class. The class is Mysore, which can be applied to any tag. For now, I'm applying this. So you can see that it is gray. I have one more class. which is India. You'll not find much difference between India and Mysore for now because it is all applied to the same paragraph tag. So this is having universal one paragraph tag, that is tag selector 1 and 5. Second one, it is ID. The third one is the class. Third and fourth is class. This is specific to your, but this class, but this class can be applied to any other tags also. For example, let's take an example of H1 tag open and your H1 tag closed. And then you will be specifying hi HTML. Okay, observe this H1 tag. So I want to apply Mysore. You can specify the class Mysore. Will it be applied? Yes, because this is universal. It can be applied to any tag. It is changed to gray. If I want to apply Goa, I have to use ID. You can see that it is green. Okay. ID and class. When it comes to class, but if I apply the class Mysore, you will see in gray. But if I apply India, it won't. Why? Because India is only for paragraph tag. See, it is black to blue color, sorry, black color. Okay, so that is the difference. How do you write and how do you apply? How do you write? You'll write like this. Tag selector, ID selector represented by hash, universal class selector, basically it is a class selector, represented by dot. If you specify any tags before that, it will be specific to that tag class selector. So you might be wondering, why do we need all these things? First, practice this one. We'll try to use all these things in our web page development. So we need to learn all these things. First, I'm trying to educate you people with the very basic things like inline styling, internal styling. External will be almost similar to your internal. This is your inline styling. This is your internal styling. And in internal styling, we have three types of selectors: tag selector, class selector, and ID selector. I've given the examples here, so please go through with this video and practice it and come back with your feedback whether you're able to learn and understand these things. As and when we progress, I expect you people to type, and also I expect you people to explain these things back to me with the technical terms. With this, I'll be giving a pause. And the last one, which is external styling, we'll try to learn about specifically this one tomorrow. Thank you very much. With this, I'll give the pause on video number 3 on session number 2. Today is our second session where we learned the fundamentals of SQL, some additional things on HTML, and the CSS part with internal and inlines. Inline styling, internal styling. In internal styling, we discussed about selectors. Under selectors, we discussed about 3 types, 4 types actually: tag selector, ID selector, universal class selector, and tag specifics selector, that is class selector. Thank you very much. I'll give a pause on this video. Thank you.